Dear student, this is Rajesh Kumar and now we are on the channel Think Math with Salesh. On this channel we learn so many things, those are related with mathematics. Now we learn the things in the various types of methods. We solve the problems in the detailed method as well as in shortcut method. So our today's topic is ratio and proportion. Ratio and proportion is very important topic in mathematics. So you have to learn first this in detailed method, and after that I will provide you the definite shortcut to reduce your time in the next videos. So thank you, and let us start with the ratio and proportion.
Dear student, this is Shailesh Kumar and we are on the channel Think Math with Shailesh. Now in this video we will learn the topic ratio and proportion. Here we deal with the questions in statement type and we will apply the ratio rule in these videos. So let us start. Here the statement is there are 2500 students in a school. Now out of them 1100 are girls and the rest are boys. Find the ratio of. These are the questions. So firstly we have to find the ratio of number of boys to the number of girls, then number of girls to the number of students, and number of students to the number of boys. Now firstly in this type of question you have to see what is given in the question part and what we can do with that question part. Now the number of boys is here, you mark this. Is the number of boys are given? Not given. So the question is you have to find the number of boys. Clearly? Now you see number of girls is given? Yes. So it is right. It is given, no problem. Now in the second question, the number of girls to the number of students. Is the number of students is given? Yes. So you tick here and you also tick here because the number of students, total number of students are 2500. Now in the third part, number of students to the number of boys. Number of students is given? Yes, but the number of boys are not given. Okay. So in all three statements of the question form, we have to find the number of boys. Clearly we can find the number of boys by subtraction of the number of girls from the total number of students. Okay. Now firstly we will have to find the number of boys. So in the solution part we will write total number of students. Total number of students, that is 2500. Number of girls 1100, and therefore we have to find the number of boys by the subtraction operation. Total number of students and number of girls, these will be subtracted, then we will get the total number of boys. So total number of boys, total number of students is 2500 and total number of girls are 1100. So I subtract this. Now these are 1400. Now we will solve all the three parts of the question. Now you see the first part. What is given in the first part? That is number of boys to the number of girls. So number of boys ratio number of girls. What is the number of boys? That is 1400. And what is the number of girls? That is this. Now I will write them in fractional form. After that I will subtract this. Cancel the common zeros. Now what is left with? 14 over 11. So I will write them in the ratio form, that is 14 ratio 11. So in this way we have solved the first part. Now, the second part is number of girls to the number of students. Number of girls to the number of students. What is the number of student girls? That is, and the number of student is, here I will write them in fractional form. Once again, I will cancel the ending zeros and left with 11 over 25. So 11:25 is the answer for the second part. Now, the third part is number of students to the number of boys. Now, the third part is number of students to the number of boys. Number of students to the number of boys. Now, what is the number of students? That is 2500, and the number of boys is 1400. So, firstly I will write them in fractional form. Once again, I will cancel the common terms. Now, what I will left with? 25 over 14. So, the final answer is 24:14. So, students, in this way, we have complete this question. Now, here you can see the complete solution for this question. Also, please don't forget to subscribe the channel Think Math with Salish. Now, the next question is, if the ratio of the length to the breadth of a rectangle be 5:3 and its perimeter is 144 meter, find the length of the rectangle. Now, in this type of question where any geometrical figure is given, it will be convenient for you to solve and understand the concept completely. Must draw the figure that is given in the question. So, firstly, I will draw the rectangle. As you see, I take the length for 5 and I will take the breadth, that is 3, and now I will complete the rectangle. Now, this is the rectangle. Now, it is given that the ratio of the length to the breadth is 5:3. So, always I will consider this 5x and this 3x, because the ratio of the length to the breadth is 5:3. So, I will consider length as 5x and breadth as 3x. In all the questions which are relating to ratio and proportion, you must multiply a common term x with the given ratio. As we know, the given ratio is this, and as per the rule, we know that if this is the given ratio and is there any common term is multiplied and or divide with these ratio, then it doesn't affect the actual ratio. Okay, so we can write 5:3 as 5x ratio 3x, so that I have written here 5:3 to 5x ratio 3x. Now come to the question. Also, we has given the perimeter. Now we also must know the formula for the perimeter of rectangle. So I will write the formula for perimeter of rectangle. Perimeter of rectangle RECT dot, I write in short, is 2 multiply length plus breadth. I write in short that 2 bracketed length plus breadth. You have to add length and breadth and you have to double that addition. Now, what is the length? The ratio of the given ratio is 5:3. This ratio is to the length ratio breadth. Now I will write, let the length of rectangle is equal to 5x and the breadth of rectangle is equal to 3x. Clear? Now, what is the formula for perimeter? Perimeter of rectangle is 144 meter. Now, as per given formula, we know, I give it name A. Using A, I can write perimeter, that is 2L plus B is equal to 144, because perimeter of rectangle, that is this and its formula is this. So I can write like this. Now I will fill up the value. What is length? Length is 5x. And what is breadth? That is 3x. 2, 5 plus 3, 8x. Now 2 multiply 8, that is 16. 144. Now x. 144 will be divided by 16. And if you divide 144 by 16, then the answer is 8. 8. Now, what is the value of unknown x? The value of unknown x, that is 8. Now, we have to find the length of rectangle. Therefore, length is equal to, what was the length? 5x. 5x, it means 5 multiply 8, that is 40 meter. And breadth is 3x. So 3 multiply 8, that is 24 meter. Now in this way we have complete the question. Now there is a complete solution before you people of this question. So don't forget to subscribe the channel Think Math with Salesh for the 100% concept clarity for the mathematics problem. Now in this question we will learn how to divide a given amount in some given ratio. This is a very popular and famous question, so you must have to practice this after this video. Now the total amount is given is rupees 7,400. Now we have to divide this amount among 3 people, name A, B and C, in the ratio 3:5:12. Now as I told you earlier, whenever the ratios are given, you will convert them into 3x, 5x and 12x. So the part of A is, the share of A is, therefore the given, firstly I will write the given ratio of the shares of A, B and C is 3:5:12. So therefore let the share of A equal to 3x and the share of B is 5x and the share of C is 12x. Now, as per the given condition, what is the total amount? Total amount equal to rupees 7,400. Now, as per this assumption, what is the total amount? The total amount is therefore total amount is equal to 3x plus 5x plus 12x. Now, what is the answer? 3 plus 5, 8. 8 plus 12, 20. So, the answer is 20x. Now, this total amount and this total amount. In every sum, most of the sum in the ratios, you will get the same term in the solution. The one term will be given to you and the other term will you have to make yourself. You have made yourself this 20x and this was given. Both are the total amount. Because both are the total amount, therefore you will equalize both. Okay, so we will equalize them. Then we can say by this I will take this one and I will consider this 2. So by 1 and 2 I can say 20x, this total amount and this is total amount. Both are the total amount. Therefore these are same. Good. Now 7,400 divided by 20. Now I will cancel 0 with 0. Now 740 divided by 2. 3 and 7. So the answer is 370 for the value of x. Now, what is x? X is 370. But our question is, we have to divide rupees this. We have to find the share of each and every person. So, for the share of each and every person, I will have to go for there. Let the share of A is x. What is the share of A? 3x. Now, here I write A's share. That is 3x. It means 3 multiply 370. Okay. So rupees okay. When we multiply 370 with this, then rupees 1110 is the answer. Now, what is the share of B? B's share is 5x. Now I will multiply 5 with rupees 370. Oh sorry, 370. 0, 5 7 the 35, 3, 5 3 the 15 and 3 that is 18. Now this is the rupees 1850 and the third one is. And now you can see that what is the share of C? The share of C is 12x. C share 12x. Okay, so we will multiply 12 with 370. Now This is the answer. Now I will verify, are these share complete the total amount? Let us verify. So now 0, 1 and 5, 6, 6 and 4, 10, carry 1, 1 and 1, 2, 2 and 9, 2 and 8, 10, 10 and 4, 14, carry 1, now 4 and 3, 7. Yes, all the share completes the full amount, that is 7,400. If I add all the share of A, share of B and share of C, then the total amount is rupees 7,400 that was given in the question. So in this way we have complete the sum by finding the share A, share B and share C.